I believe that the world would be a completely different place if everyone was experiencing this. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so that you can magnetize your ideal life. If you're interested in learning more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos. Make sure you grab my free ejaculation control guide. The link is in the description of this video. So I want to talk about the soul orgasm. So I had a very incredible experience yesterday when I was having sex with my partner. I've had many full body orgasms, many even like cosmic type of orgasms, but this was something even deeper, something very incredible, and it was really one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had, you know, in or outside of sex. You know, it was very powerful. So basically we got into this deep space. So it started off, you know, I was just preparing her, as I often do, you know, some foreplay and just kind of preparing her body, giving her some deep sexual massage and things like that. And we got into sex, and it was very different. You know, it was like very spontaneous in the moment, and I had no agenda, I had no goal. It was just like complete connection, you know, complete heart connection. And once we started having sex, it was just like right away, there was no feeling like I needed to try to control my sexual energy or anything like that. You know, sometimes during sex, there's a bit of the thought of like, okay, I need to kind of be aware of my arousal level, make sure I don't get too close to the point of ejaculation and things like that. But that was not there at all. It was just complete flow, complete connection. I got into this incredible buildup of energy. You know, the full body orgasm is this subtle. It starts out subtle, but it's just like this upward pouring of pleasure and pulsation throughout the body. You know, it's quite subtle in the beginning, but it really builds up to incredible levels. Very different than the ejaculatory orgasm. But as it progressed and it got deeper and deeper, it was like her and I, we sort of merged together. It was like I could feel everything she was feeling, and I just felt this deep openness, this deep connection, this feeling that I just wanted to like completely give everything to her and just like completely surrender and just give all my energy to her. And then it comes back, you know, when you completely give, it completely comes back. So it was just absolutely incredible. There was no agenda, no goal in mind. It was just complete flow and complete connection. It was incredibly powerful. And there was this feeling as it deepened, you know, it got into this very altered state where time didn't exist. You know, even space felt like altered. You know, it was like I was everywhere and I was here in my body at the same time. And this feeling of connection to all life, it's hard to explain. You know, it's hard to put these things into words, but it was just a very deep altered state of just pulsation. My brain felt like it was pulsating at certain points. It was beyond any feelings of lust, you know, any lustful feelings. It wasn't this animalistic, you know, pounding away. It was this more heart-centered and more like soul, spiritual connection. It was like the deepest aspects of our beings, you know, all away from all this conditioning, all these stories that we have from our life. It was something beyond that, and just this purity of presence, this pure, like, I see you and you see me and I see into you, and I love you simply because you are. You know, I have no agenda. There's nothing I want from you. You know, I see you as you are, and I completely acknowledge you and respect and love you. Just this deep, you know, washing away of everything else and just completely in the moment, just connected with her. It's just absolutely amazing. You know, it's hard to put these things into words. And we were sort of riding the waves of each other's orgasms. Like I would feel her go into one, and then I would feel like the ripples of it travel through my body, and I would go into an intense orgasm, and then she would ride on that. So just this, like, these waves of resonance between us, you know, just this dance, and just absolutely amazing. And there was never a point where I felt even near to any sort of ejaculatory orgasm. People often ask me, like, could you even ejaculate, you know, once you get really good at this stuff? And I would say, in my experience, it's always there. There's always the, like, you know, there's always that arousal scale of like, okay, I am getting too close to the edge where I might ejaculate, so I need to bring my arousal down, so I'll do a practice to bring it down. And you know, that's a regular part of sex, you know, and it's fine. It keeps you sort of in the moment, keeps you on your game basically. But this was not a part of this particular experience I had, and there was no like edge of I might ejaculate. There was just not even nearly to that point, and which made me realize that ejaculation control, I would say it's about 60 to 70% based on the individual man's control over his own energy, and the other part is his partner, what his partner's energy is, what her body is doing. You know, so for example, if your partner's in a very kind of closed down, contracted state, or if they're not properly warmed up to sex, you know, if the woman's not lubricated, then she may start to draw the man's energy in, and he may feel like he needs to ejaculate as soon as he starts having sex with her. So when you begin having sex and you're completely in resonance, you're in harmony, then there's much less issue of the man feeling like he needs to ejaculate right away, because you're in resonance, you're exchanging energy versus, you know, it's kind of getting pulled into her, or he has just too much heat, too much arousal built up, and he needs to disperse that, and he doesn't know how to disperse it internally. So, you know, there's so many factors to it, but basically this was just an absolutely incredible experience where I was riding wave after wave of full body orgasm, feeling a connection with the universe, and again, this deeper aspect of myself, you know, this deep, unconditioned, complete presence of being. You know, it was very incredible. So this is a very different sexual experience than, you know, I would have ever imagined having before. You know, we often imitate porn. You know, we imitate this very animalistic, completely physical aspect of sex, and it's so limiting. It's so base level. It's like you're never going to get to these higher levels of bliss, of experience and connectedness by trying to imitate porn, basically. You know, it's like when you're just functioning in your genitals, you know, it's very limited. It's really not fulfilling. But when you get your whole body, you know, you get your higher centers, your higher faculties involved in that connection, in that pulsation of orgasm, it's just a whole different experience that unfortunately most people have never experienced. I believe that the world would be a completely different place if everyone was experiencing this type of sexual connection. You know, let's face it, sexual issues are one of the most common things worldwide. Sexual suppression, I would say, is the #1 priority for any sort of pyramidal control structure. So what do I mean by pyramidal control structure? Well, you look at religions, you look at governments, you look at financial institutions, there's always one powerful figure above this hierarchy of control, and often your average person is at the very bottom. So to keep people at the bottom, they can't be connected to their sexual power, because when people understand how powerful their sexual energy is, you know, there's absolutely nothing that can stop them to accomplish things once they tap into that power and use it to create their ideal life. So if you want to really liberate you to your highest potential as a human, learn to work with your sexual energy, learn to open up to this deeper, more evolved experience of sex and orgasm. If you're interested in learning more about having a more evolved sexual experience, join me for my free online workshop on October 12th. You can sign up for that in the link which is in the description of this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Have you ever had a soul orgasm? Have a great day, my friends.